On July 4th, 1976, I was in Boston to celebrate our country's bicentennial. It was a wonderful time for America. There was excitement everywhere. I recall standing on the Newport Bridge, watching the tall ships enter the harbor. There were events all across the country. It was also a time of healing, and in that process, a spirit of unity. The Vietnam War was over. Several years earlier, that Supreme Court affirmed the importance of a free press by allowing the publication of the Pentagon Papers that ended it. The only other major political problem was resolved when Nixon was forced by his fellow Republicans to resign the presidency. He was succeeded by Gerald Ford, who most considered a good and decent man. There was a resumption of national honesty, and a few months later, Jimmy Carter was elected president. He was probably the most religious president in history. Race relations had improved significantly since the riots of the 1960s. The bicentennial was also a celebration of immigration. We recognized and appreciated the contributions of our immigrants who got us this far. Perhaps we should put a curtain over the Statue of Liberty to stop the false advertising. After seeing some sights, later that afternoon, my family and thousands of other families converged on the park on the river for the big celebration. Within the crowd, there were many ethnicities. I don't remember any problems, even though the crowd was so large, it spread onto the roads. There were no metal detectors. I don't even remember many Boston police. The only guns I heard were from the USS Constitution, Old Ironsides, that fired its cannons for the first time in 100 years during the Boston Pops performance of Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. The only bombs were from the terrific fireworks that ended the evening. Everyone departed joyfully, peacefully. There were no fights, no fires, no looting, no overturned cars, and no marches by white nationalists. We were a different country back then. Now in 2026, Independence Day is the culmination of calamities and corruption everywhere. Hopefully, we can solve our problems and unite in time for the next Independence Day. I'm Joe Testa.